Welcome back, guys and girls. It is season 4, episode 2. We are back at Anfield. We will be keeping an eye on the progress. It is now 2030, the end of the 2030 season, and we'll be checking out James Balaguezi, Leighton Clarkson, Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones to see how they've progressed within the save. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It does a lot for us. Comment on teams you'd like to see in the future. But also, catch me almost daily on Twitch at twitch.tv/Badgie79. But let's dive into it and have a look at how the guys are progressing. First up from the Liverpool boys, here we have James Balaguezi. No longer at Sheffield United, now at Preston. We are seeing a little bit of a tail off in some of the stats, but the key areas are still strong. Now 26 years old in the year 2030. How has Balaguezi ended up at Preston? So we saw he was due to have that season in the Prem. Unfortunately, it lasted for 2 games, both sub-appearances. Balaguezi played for Sheffield United until the January transfer window in their season in the Prem. 15 appearances in the reserves or under-23s didn't really warrant a place looking at some of the stats and things like that in there. And Swansea picked him up in the January of 2028 for 4.2 million. So obviously potential was still there. He played 4 games for the second half of the season. Swansea also got promoted to the Prem, where he was given a bit more of a chance. 5 games, 1 goal. But again, the ratings just weren't good enough. He dropped back down again into the Championship with Swansea after 1 season. And another season of disappointment. 1 game, nothing else. And in the January of 2030, moved to Preston, now in League One. It's a fall from grace from James Balaguezi. 14 appearances, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6.79. It's not enough to warrant him going back up. Preston didn't get promoted, so it's another season in League One for Balaguezi unless someone comes in for him. Let's have a look at injury, see if that's curtailed him at all. Slight minor, a lower back stress fracture in training, lifting him, making him miss 6 weeks of matches. That would have been just before his transfer to Preston. I don't think it would have had a major effect. I mean, it was in the December. He'd only played 1 game for Swansea by that point anyway. Looking through the others, nothing has really stopped him, apart from his own ability and desire to kick on, maybe. Next up, Leighton Clarkson. So, Leighton Clarkson now at Newcastle. Again, the stats are still looking good for Clarkson. 28 years old now. He's got key areas, key bits and pieces for the midfield and defensive midfielder as a ball player. How has he ended up at Newcastle? So, he had those years at Spurs. Not a regular, but he was in and around the first team. 17 appearances that season, which is where we caught up with. The following year, 1 appearance at the start. Now, did he go? He was there the whole season. He was at Spurs the whole season. He made that 1 appearance off the bench and did not get another look in. Newcastle, in the Championship, paid 12.25 million for him, and he excelled. He kicked on again. A 7.06 rating, 40 games, 3 goals, 8 assists, 4 Player of the Match awards. He's done quite well in the Prem as well, to be fair to him. 28 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, 6.8. So he's consistently playing in the Prem this year, or last season at least. Let's just have a look. Any major injuries in there? Hip injury in August 2027. 2 months. He was out from there. Nothing major. Nothing major. It would have hindered a bit of his time at Spurs, but nothing major. Harvey Elliott. Still at Inter Milan. 15 caps, 1 goal now. 53 million value. 27 years old, but a contract at Milan for another 4 years. How has he been progressing? Well, I mean, look at some of those figures. 33, 10, 7, 4, 7.47. 33, 7, 9, 5, 7.17 average rating. Last season was arguably his poorest season at Inter Milan by a long way. Probably his worst season in maybe 5 years. And he still had an output of 30 games, 5 goals, 9 assists and a 7.28 average rating. Harvey Elliott, I did not have huge amounts of hope for, looking at his potential stats and things like that at the start of the game. But he has kicked on beyond any recognition. Did he get an injury last year which hindered a little bit? 3 weeks he was out for at the start of the season. Even if that slowed his progress at the start of the season, he very quickly got back into the first 11 and done well again. And Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones just keeps on excelling. He's now an elite attacking midfielder, 73 million. He is on 325 grand per week. 29 years old now, 2 years left on his Liverpool contract. 69 caps for England with 22 goals. Is a fantastic output. Career stats. He had that great season there. 33 games, 12 goals, 5 assists, 7.75. I mean, the ratings just keep going. 7.54, 7.61, 7.47. Goal output, 8, 7, 7, 12. Assists, 5, 5, 11, 9. Player of the matches, you know, he's getting player of the matches once every, 4 games? No, bad maths, Badgie. Once every 7 games, he's getting a player of the match award. I mean, that is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Curtis Jones, I mean, we can tell by that there are minimal injuries. It's going to be days or something like that each time. Knee cartilage injury there for 4 weeks last year, but that's it. Upper arm fracture, 5 weeks. He's not missing huge amounts of football at any point in time. Curtis Jones is 100% the standout. Next, guys, we will be looking at how their careers have got up until retirement. We have it, guys and girls. That is where the guys are at the moment. Join us next week to find out where they end up at the end of their careers when they're hitting that retirement point, but also who I have judged throughout the whole of the time to be the best of these youngsters at the end of their career when we assess them. For now, though, signing out from Fly the Nest, I'm Badgie79. We'll catch you soon. Peace out.